something that occurs on earth, God must want it to happen and or allows it to happen. You've heard this argument before from a hero of both of ours. His last name is Hitchens. Fraulein Freitzel, locked in a dungeon 24 years, raped most nights by her father, 7 children of sodomy. One of them died, perished. She prayed, she beseeched heaven. Why did heaven do nothing? She waited for 24 years, and yet her prayers weren't answered. Why?
The problem of evil is catastrophic to the atheist worldview, and the reason is pretty simple. They cannot justify it. If there is no God, there is no such thing as good and evil. In fact, the concept of good and evil is a religious concept from God. So whenever an atheist is making an argument and say this is bad, this is evil, they are stealing that worldview from God to make an argument against God. Richard Dawkins said it himself, and I quote, the universe that we observe has precisely the property we should expect if there is, at bottom, no design, no purpose, no evil, no good, nothing but pitiless indifference. These are the words from Richard Dawkins. Let's continue with the video.
Tell everyone here why her prayers went unanswered for 24 years.
God has not revealed that to me, so I don't know why, but I know why I don't know why. I'm finite, God is infinite. And I sometimes marvel as to why God doesn't end my life. Because I do evil. You do evil. We all do evil. I don't know why God is patient with us. Can God bring good from evil? Sure He does.
Did God allow that to happen?
Sure He allowed it to happen. Yeah, He's God. But if He intervened every time we wanted to do evil, would we have free will?
He raped his daughter for 24 years and did nothing, Doc. Come on.
Who did nothing?
God
First of
did
all,
nothing.
again, this is a question for my worldview, but you have no grounds by which to say rape is wrong. Correct?
Are you serious? Forceful sexual assault? Yeah, that's wrong. Everyone here will agree with that, and
Cody,
I have no grounds.
Cody, how is it wrong if there's no God? Is it just your opinion?
No, it's everyone in this room's opinion.
So majority vote.
Raise your hand in this room if you want to get raped.
Cody, majority vote does not determine right and wrong.
No one. 0
Otherwise,
people.
you'd have to say the Nazis were right in murdering Jews, homosexuals, gypsies, and Jehovah's Witnesses because they voted that way.
Systematic extermination of people based on their beliefs is incorrect as well, Doc, and you know that.
I know it. You know it too. You just have no way of justifying it.
Other than massacre and senseless extermination?
Again, Cody, you're stealing from God to argue against Him. You have no standard from an atheistic worldview. You know in your heart what you're saying is true, that it's wrong to murder and rape people, but you have no way of justifying that other than your own personal opinion.
Dr. Turek, you don't have to.
If I gave you a book,
you would never dream of justifying rape and murder and torture. You would never dream of justifying that.
I don't justify it, and neither do you, but I just have a source to know why it's wrong, where you don't. Now, if Christianity were true, would you become a Christian?
Faster than you probably would.
Well, so if I gave you a book,
if Christ descended from heaven,
he already has. If I were to give you a book, would you read it?
I would read it tomorrow and give you feedback by Friday.
It might take a little longer than that.
I've got 3 other books. I've got 3 other books to read from now until then.
As long as you're open. If Christianity were true, would you become a Christian? You said yes, so I'll give you a book. All right?
If I knew for a fact that Christianity was true, I'd be the first to bow down and worship on high, Doc. There's no question.
Beautiful.
You still haven't answered the question. You still have not answered the question. Why are women and men raped every day and God does nothing?
Okay, because we have
can't answer that question.
Yes, I can. Let me answer it and then we'll move on to Scott. Okay? Because we have free will, and if God intervened every time we used our free will, this wouldn't be a moral universe. And we couldn't make choices, and we couldn't love. We'd be robots. But Christ came into this world to save everybody from the evil that we perpetrate on one another. And it's a free gift that you can have, Cody. Why not take it?
So your answer is God refuses to stop rape, murder, and torture. That's your answer.
Sometimes he stops. Sometimes he refuses to stop it. Sometimes he does stop it, and you don't like it when he stops it.
I don't like it when he allows it.
Well, again, Cody, he has to allow freedom.
Rape, murder, and torture is sanctioned by God. That's your answer.
It's not sanctioned. It's allowed just.
Why does God allow suffering and evil like this atheist asks? The answer is, I don't know, but I do know God is just and he has a plan to deal with evil at the proper time. And the reason I say that is, if Jesus Christ rose from the dead like the gospel writers reported, that means whatever the Bible said about evil and how God will deal with evil at the proper time is true. And the evidence is Jesus did rise from the dead. Here's what the Bible said about suffering and evil. In Revelation chapter 21, verse 3 and 4. I heard a loud shout from the throne saying, look, God's home is now among his people. He will live with them and they will be his people. God himself will be with them and he will wipe every tears from their eyes and there will be no more death or sorrow or crying or pain. All these things are gone forever. Now listen to John chapter 5, verse 28 and 29. Don't be surprised. Indeed, the time is coming when all the dead in their grave will hear the voice of God's Son and they will rise again. Those who have done good will rise to experience eternal life, and those who have continued in evil will rise to experience judgment. So God has a plan to deal with evil at the proper time when Jesus Christ returns a second time. If you enjoyed this video, like it, consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.